Alright, so you're wandering through the internet. Entertainment levels are low. You both are about to die of boredom. What do you want to do?
I look for a cool new podcast.
Yeah, and I assist. Alright, give me an investigation check. Oh yeah, and roll with advantage.
Bond's Journal, page 63. After defeating the giant and trolls, Minette searched for the metal thingy with some success, and Kinian cut the fire giant's head off. We went back to town to talk to them about the trolls, and so Kinian can drop off the head to scare away any future trolls. We headed out to finally deliver the wagon of stuff to Imroth, and then we headed to the meeting of the masters. They were intimidating. They spoke of how the giant king Hikatan has disappeared and Duke Zalto is whipping the giants into a frenzy. Oh yeah, and Eifer is back! In this episode, we are introducing an NPC named Harshnag, and as Harshnag is going to be around for a couple episodes, we decided to bring Alex on as he has long been interested in the show. One of our Patreon perks is actually to be a part of the show, so check it out.
Eifer, it's been forever. It's been weeks.
I'm alive. From time-wise, I do believe it's close to a month.
It's been
Lots
of weeks.
Yeah, lots. This many.
Oh my god, Eifer! It's so good to see you!
Bond! Hi.
This is a touching reunion.
Try to remember where I saw him before.
Yeah.
And I pull up my pipe. It might have been I think it was the night I got this pipe.
Yeah.
That's when I met you.
Yep. Do you remember him?
Not really.
Not really. It was a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chan died.
Yeah.
Oh, not again.
Not again.
Not again.
Epido turns to you guys, and he says, do you care to share the knowledge that you have brought to me?
I'm a pretty soft-spoken giant, so I just kind of give Eifer a little nudge forward so he's the bard anyway, so he can tell the tale.
Sorry, it's just a little overwhelmed to see everybody again. What did you ask?
Can you share the information that you shared with me?
Oh, yes. Well, on our way down here, giants ransacking villages everywhere. Just destroying everybody, anything in their way.
What of the fire giants?
You act like this isn't a problem.
Oh, it's a problem. Giants are a big problem.
It's just, we're already aware that they're destroying
I thought you guys
things.
would be surprised.
I've taken a few trophies.
Wait, so you guys have encountered giants before?
You might
I
call
thought it
us,
was just the night that I was taken. I didn't...
Which, speaking of, what happened to you after you were taken?
Well, this countess, she took me, and you remember what I absorbed, the weird thing.
The rock thing?
The rock. I think she wanted it, and they just performed magic and these weird medical stuff on me, and I'm alive though. They didn't cut me open or probe me.
That's good.
Yeah, so this Countess Sansuri, she took me and did stuff, but...
Naughty stuff?
Can you show on this doll
where
where she touched you?
I'd prefer not. It wasn't good stuff. Let's just say that. But I got out, and I found this guy. He's a good giant. Harshnag is his name.
Kyo started writing down what's happening.
Okay.
And as he introduces me, I just wave a big hand, not saying a word.
I'm sorry, you said a good giant?
He killed other giants.
Interesting.
And you should have seen it. We got into fights with trolls and a big worm. It came right out of the ground.
As most worms do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was big. Like bigger than him.
Yeah, we face scary stuff too. We fought owl bears.
Well, Harshnag, thank you for
Some of us
fighting
fought.
with Eiffel.
Kyo puffs out his chest after that.
You're welcome. He's a good one. I've enjoyed his company very much.
And Kyo, your dad.
The dragon just looks at you and is like, what? Well, no, I've never seen this kid before.
Doesn't mean he's not your son.
You are the father. Maury.
This is like an episode of Maury.
You don't come from 100 Lakes, do you? Oh God. This is a drunken stupor.
No, what are you gonna do to make this right?
I pull out my dragon scale. That matches, the one that was
Yeah.
my dad.
He
Hold it up.
he transforms down to his gnome size once more. That looks just like David, and walks up and grabs the scale, and looks at it real quick and tosses it on the ground and takes you in a big embrace.
Yeah.
And he says, "My son,
Wait, you still talking?
my
about that?
son."
No.
Yeah.
I'm still enamored by the gold dragon, so I joined the embrace. Like an awkward third party. I'm like
Sitting on
getting
this
down
family
near
moment.
to the ground and like
I try
hugging
to
both
follow.
of them.
I try to follow along, and I turn into David. Just because I think I'm supposed to be in gnome form or something.
Oh my gosh.
I wipe away an icy tear.
Yeah.
That's silly.
I like happy endings for small folk.
So after this warm embrace, the Epido steps back, takes a moment to collect himself, and he looks at you all and he says, "What are we gonna do about this giant threat? We need to figure out how to stabilize the world. I am at a loss.
Trying to remember
Where
what
is,
we know
King
about the
Hecaton?
stones.
I don't know.
Has no one heard from him?
Nope. Disappeared after his wife's death.
So that's what happened to the Ordning. It explains why I've seen so many giants running amok. Though my axe has happily severed their heads from their shoulders, I hate to see the damage that they're causing to the towns of the small folk. You're right, something must be done.
Could we take one of the pieces of the contraption they're trying to build and get it to another dimension? Perhaps
Quite
using
possibly.
magic?
Are you looking to take a single piece from the puzzle?
Yes.
Contraption? What contraption?
The Vonendod.
The what?
The Vonendod. The fire giants are running rampant, looking for an ancient tool that was used during the Giant Dragon's War.
It's been buried for many hundreds of years.
Yes.
It has been passed down in giant lore ever since, and it is a weapon to be feared.
Very much so.
They need to collect all the different rods to create it, right?
The pieces.
Or
The rods
pieces.
are just to find.
Wait, is it heavy?
Very.
Well, I could probably lift it then. I got really strong.
It's bigger than me.
We know where some pieces are.
I got an idea. Yeah, we left that one piece in that village, right?
Tribor?
Why don't we go back there, wait for the giants to show up, let them take it, and follow them back?
Don't we
But then
already
the
know
giants
that
have
they're
it.
working for Duke
But we're
Zalto?
right behind them.
Yes.
Do we know where Duke Zalto resides?
We know the mountain. I know where this mountain is. I can show you where. I can take you there. But what
what will we do after that? I mean, that's only one faction.
Probably help the people in the villages that are being ransacked. Don't you think that's where we should start, guys?
Well, that's
Saving
just
people.
that's just treating the symptoms. That's not getting at what's causing the problems.
I agree, Elf.
The giants will keep coming.
They
They
will.
won't stop until they accomplish their goal or they are destroyed. I get a little excited thinking about the opportunity to kill more fire giants, which are my favorite.
I think Ifer's right. I think we need to protect the people who can't protect themselves.
Well,
What better way than solving the root of the problem?
I mean, we can't be in every village at the same time. If we were to destroy one of the pieces, or again put it in another dimension or something, would that cause the fire giants to stop their quest? Because they wouldn't have every piece they need.
I don't know that it would stop their quest, but let's say you do somehow remove one piece. It is but one faction of 6. And they're all running amok. And if the ordning is broken, as you said, they are all clamoring for power.
People will get caught in the crossfire.
Aye.
Can we somehow fix the ordning? Reinstate the...
I've heard of an ancient place where the giants have been said to commune with their central god.
You speak of the Eye of the Allfather,
Yes.
deep in the spine of the world.
Yes.
I have heard tales of these since my childhood, and I know where this temple resides. I could lead you there if you wish.
Answers may be given there. I hear a great powerful oracle is there.
Oh, I think it's worth a shot.
I think that would be our best bet to fixing all of the problems at once.
I agree.
Or at least getting more information on it.
I vote we start with the smallest giants and work our way up. I mean, we have to build ourselves.
I don't know if we'll get much of a choice, but
Could the Emerald Enclave retrieve the parts that we've identified where we've had conflict with the giants and retrieve them? At least to protect them to slow their advance?
The dragon looks at the gnome brickleworm. He says, I know some people. I can definitely make that happen. We can at least find one piece and maybe recover it. I don't know if we can disappear it to a different plane, but I don't know. Maybe some of my contacts in Waterdeep can do that.
What about portable holes?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I could probably get my hand on a portable hole too.
Because don't those work like pocket dimensions? And then we can, and they'd be off the plane once you close the hole.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just wizard.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
At least
try
I'm reading this
that.
book here, right?
Yeah, I'll talk to my guys and we'll figure something out.
Because we know 3 locations, right? It's Tribor, outside of where you commissioned your emblem,
We should go back there.
and also in the lake.
Yep. So Tribor, Yartar, you know there's something in the Evermoors. You don't know where.
I thought we were pretty sure it was at the bottom of the lake.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep. Yep. Brickleworm says, "All right, yeah. I'll take that information. You said there's one in Tribor?
Yeah,
All right. I'll start there.
middle of the town.
Oh,
We had to kill 2 fire giants.
holy shit.
Just look for a big hole.
All right.
The town guard should be, keeping an eye on that.
Okay.
they'll be able to show you.
Yeah.
The dirty
Hard to miss, but
Yeah. I'll take care of it. And Epido says, "All right. This mission will be sanctioned by the Emerald Enclave. You all must find more information about what we can do. Figure out how we can settle the ordning and bring back some semblance of order to this chaos. Once we've established that, I think our mission will be complete."
Okay, Dad.
And he puts like his hand on your shoulder.
Gio was trying to sound like him.
Yeah.
Okay. You may want to take a bit of time and sort things out if you need. We have some rations here. This is really just a meeting place, though, so we don't have much. Thankfully, though, most of this is upkept by the druids of the High Forest. So, should be able to get fresh foods. From there, I would suggest that you follow your friend here to the Eye of Anam, the All-Father, and figure out what we need to do. He turns back into a dragon, and he says, if you ever need any assistance, call for me, and I will be there. And he flaps his wings and he rises up.
I'm like, no.
Come back,
And then Kyo realizes as he's leaving, wait, Dad, I have something to tell you about Mom!
He doesn't hear it. Which is odd because dragons have very keen hearing.
Different area code, man.
How are we supposed to call him? You can't even hear when he's a football or about 100 yards away.
That can't have air quotes around it.
Yeah. So Brickleworm looks around and he looks at Vordana and he says, if you ever want a drink, we're not that far from Everland. You interested?
I haven't drank in many nights.
This wasn't an offer for you. Scram!
Hey,
The halfling and the gnome.
that's Eifer. You be nice to Eifer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Majesty Eifer. I did not realize you were the king of the gnomes. And he gets down and he bows real quick, and then he disappears.
I was gonna say, I don't think that invitation was meant for most of us.
I take Eifer back
didn't
to
get
the,
his
the
answer
cart
from
to
Vordana,
show him
did
the
he?
alchemy jug, and I say, beer. And I hold it up, and I open it up. 6 gallons of beer come out.
It just like knocks you over, and it's like waterboarding you on the ground, like oh.
Stands up drunk.
I got you sorted out.
And you, sir, I don't remember your name.
I can't.
After 6 gallons of beer.
So,
Not chicken.
let's see here. Harshnag, you think it will take almost a month to complete the travel by wagon?
A month.
Yes.
Goody.
It's some harsh terrain. It could take us up to a month to make it to the Eye of the Allfather if you take your wagon with you the whole way.
But what if you just pick us up and we run like we got down here?
I am strong, little one, but I am not that strong.
We don't need to be carried by a giant anyway.
He's my friend.
I kind of let them just have their back and forth because I'm used to people judging the absolute crap out of me. I know I'm a giant.
I look at the rations and I'm counting them and I'm like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
As I have for the feed.
I see him counting the rations and I pull out like a giant chunk of purple worm that we kill and just start tearing off chunks of it.
Nice. You start to smell this smell of steak coming from the wagon.
Kyo does a little bit of a Oliver twist over to
Okay.
try it. He's never had purple one.
There's smoke rising from the wagon.
Our wagon or
Yeah. You see it's just like standard like cooking smoke flowing out of the back of this of the cart, and it starts to blacken, and you start to see flames licking out from underneath the back of the cart.
I'm like at ours.
Yeah.
Stairvash? Stairvash!
Stop, drop, and roll. I run up to it and just like flip it and start like making it roll.
Oh my god.
So you see Eifer like run up and
Wait, I have a barrel of water in there.
he picks up he starts to pick up the cart, and do you stop him?
I try to.
I
I'm
stop
like,
I'm
what?
right next to
Yeah.
I have a 40-gallon barrel of water in that cart.
I actually like open fist slap him.
Okay. you get smacked back to you get smacked.
Why do I see it's on fire? Like we're right next to this thing.
the roof. And Staravash comes tumbling out, just covered in like smoke. He's like, I'd make some dinner.
I hurry past and try to get to the barrel of water. Start putting water up.
I
Okay.
hurry
Splashing
past
it.
to look for Nymeria, because I'm assuming she was left with the wagon.
Yep. So these flames are roaring up, and they're eating the top of the canopy. And you find this
Burn
barrel.
a spell point
Okay.
to resist fire for an hour.
Okay.
Right.
And you
Rush
get in. Yeah.
and start trying to get the water up as much. I don't know if I can pick up a barrel of water or not.
I walk up behind him and I let him keep his hands on it, but I pick both him and the water barrel up
I can
and
lift
start
570 pounds.
start like sprinkling the water all over the wagon so that he thinks he's still doing it because I like to make small folk feel bigger than they actually are. So I'm just like holding him up, but Keo thinks he's the one doing it.
Okay. So Keo, you're putting out this fire.
Yeah, it's about 350 pounds for the barrel plus the water.
Yeah.
But I can hold it.
Yeah. And you guys you're able to put out the canopy, and the canopy's in tatters.
So we sleep under the stars.
Yeah. You think it might take a long time to maybe mend it, but it could be done. Everything else seems fairly okay. Very smoke damage though. Everything smells pretty bad. Yeah. Staravash is like, he's wiping off and he's like, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to cook dinner. Please forgive me.
I take out a piece of the purple worm and like hang it over the smoke, just a small piece, and then I hand it to Keo because he was begging for it before, giving it a good smoky flavor.
I'm assuming I can
It's
find
chewy.
Nymeria in like the shrubs nearby or something.
It's almost as chewy as the goblin jerky.
Yep. You find her. She's not
Can you
burnt,
taste the purple?
but she's got a smoke flavor, and you know, cats aren't supposed to smell like smoke. Yeah.
You know that.
Gizmo,
yeah.
okay.
Is Gizmo okay? Gizmo's fine. Gizmo's actually circling like a hawk around the smoke. It's just flying around in the air.
What is that?
That's my Chasm. Gizmo.
Tressum. Never heard of that.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not flying all that high up.
No.
It's a cat with wings.
Interesting.
The big whistle.
Evolutionary
Supper time!
advantage from when all the climbing up in trees and the firemen had to come get them. If the evolution gave them wings so they could just fly up.
Oh my god.
I go over to my backpack, smoky flavored now, I assume. I pull out my 50-foot of rope and I go over to Staravash. I say, lift your arms. He lifts his arms.
Okay.
Tie it around his waist. I tie it around my wrist. I go, stay.
He like hangs his head in shame. It's like I just got out of the rope.
Oh my gosh.
That was a really bad time to take a drink.
Okay, so you guys are it's evening, so you guys probably want to take a long rest, maybe catch up a little bit with Eifer, and just share some of the stories and stuff like that, or whatever have you.
Eifer, listen, I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm not blind, I never was. And I'm not a human. And I lied to you when you found me on the streets.
I'm the best liar there is.
Okay?
And
You got me. I think you're the best liar.
You sure we don't have the same intelligence mods?
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know I was good at hiding things, but lying, it's like... I mean, I knew I was doing it, but...
I taught you well.
But...
Good job, Bond. Wait, so if you're not human, what are you?
I'm an ASMR, and I can turn all bright and wingy and stuff.
In that the form you're in.
Well, not any.
Not
No.
anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Like a dragon?
More like an angel. And angels give me dreams.
So why'd you wear the sling around your eyes?
So I take it off, and I look at you, and my eyes are aglow. Like I didn't want anybody to know that my eyes glow.
Then how do you see if they're covered up?
Oh, it's really thin. Look, see? I hold it up to your face, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Looks
it's really,
like
really
light.
thin.
It's like
Yeah.
cheesecloth.
It's like it's like that Daredevil logic where yeah.
It's like a light linen.
Yeah. But somehow it blocks everything.
See, it's a one-way cloth.
It makes everything.
It's a diode
It's a
cloth.
one-way cloth.
Just don't think about it
See
too
how
hard.
much
It
you
works.
can't see it.
Yeah.
It makes everything look like
diode
low
cloth.
light, even when
I had a
it's
lot of practice
Yeah.
being blindfolded.
It's like, it's a magical realm.
Yeah. Yeah. This cloth is special.
It's a cloth of eyes. Lets me see through it.
So you can see all around you.
No.
Oh.
It ain't Boba Fett's helmet.
And like, Keo peeps up. I can see all around me.
Looks around.
And listen, I know I told you that my family died. That wasn't true. I ran away.
So you still have parents?
Yes.
We have to find them.
No. Nope. We do not have to do that.
Oh, okay.
But they're your family.
They don't want to see me.
Because you ran away?
I ran away because they don't want to know me.
I don't follow the logic. But okay.
So we good? You're not mad at me?
I can't be mad at you.
Alright.
Jump up and like give him a little noogie.
You guys are having this great time around this fire, and you hear like the death throes of a rabbit out back, and Minette like looks around and can't find Gizmo. Must be out hunting. So morning comes. You guys get prepared on the wagon. Clear out what you needed to of the canopy, and start on your way.
Are there any streams or anything for us to refill the barrel?
Yeah.
Overnight, I spoke with the horses
Okay.
because they were a little bit freaked out from
from the fire.
another fire.
Yeah.
Another fire? Yeah.
This isn't a normal thing, horse.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
promise.
So I'm talking to Driftwood and Boris, assuring them that this isn't a common occurrence with us.
And Bond's horse.
Yep.
Whatever bounce
Which
horses
is,
named.
was it supper or dinner?
No,
That's his dog.
Supper's my dog.
Was your horse's name Dog? I forgot.
No,
your
dog.
horse's name.
Dog. I sold dog.
Oh, yo, Dog.
I have a lot of weird pet names.
So
Did you guys get me a horse?
You can have mine.
You can ride the Frost Giant.
It's a war horse with a war saddle.
But why don't you want it?
It's pulling her
Because-
Did you break it?
Cause you wanted it.
But then you wouldn't have a horse.
I'll get another one.
got a cart.
Okay. I jump up on the horse.
The horse is tied to the cart.
The
He
reason he's got-
legitimately jumps onto the horse, not climbs up. Eifer jumps as high as a draft horse and lands on top.
I say to Bond, what are you gonna do? Ride your rookie? 'Cause
My,
you still have him roped up. You're a hobgoblin.
I go. Oh my god! How big are hobgoblins?
About your size.
About my size.
Yeah.
They're like bulky.
Ish. I mean, it's like it's
basically a goblinoid that is human size with similar muscle structure.
How much would a strength 13 be able to carry?
Staravash looks at you and says, "I'm not carrying you."
That's just a thought.
Good for you, Saravash. Way to set some boundaries.
I go, dang it, Staravash, walk yourself. Give him the other end of the rope.
Yes! Master gave Staravash the rope! Staravash is free!
Before he can actually go anywhere, I pick up the rope and like put him in my hands because I noticed already noticed that this guy's trouble.
So, you guys start out on your month-long journey. You don't have business in Everlund. Just don't forget you have the recommendation letter, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys travel through. You guys travel through Nornar's Hold, up through Callinghorns to Everlund, Silvery Moon, and all the way through through the Mithril Hall. Stopping along the way as needed to replenish supplies. It's been actually kind of odd because you guys are traveling for almost a month and you guys haven't been attacked.
I send word via courier to find out how my signet ring is coming.
Okay.
And also during the travel, a couple of nights a week, I take Nymeria aside and basically I'm starting to teach her about hunting and trapping. And what I'm focusing on is teaching Nymeria how to avoid human traps. So I'm teaching her spike traps, basically, what are those, like the little snag type traps? Teaching her how to identify them and general hunting patterns so that she can avoid them when she's stealthing around.
Nice. And over this month, Nymeria has almost reached full size. Crag cats grow very quickly, especially under good nurturing, which the company has been providing very well. Nymeria is up to a lot of food, though. As a crag cat, she consumes a fair amount of meat.
Which is why I've been hunting with her.
Yep. 1 second.
Because I assume the adults teach the children how to hunt, so I took that upon myself. Because I can speak with her.
What is a month in number of days?
It's standard 30.
30. 10 days.
Yep, 3. Yeah.
Okay. Well, half of that lets me finish the Belt of Giant Strength for Kenny.
Nice.
So
what's on your next list?
I don't know. I didn't realize I'd have a month of uninterrupted travel.
Am I now wearing said belt?
Yeah.
She's up to 25 pounds of meat a day.
Holy cow. I would assume over a month, Staravash would become respectable.
Yeah, over a month, Staravash has, game mechanics wise, become a level 1 fighter. From your guys' perspective, he's just become very adept at doing combat. He's learning his forms from the monk. Yes.
I've been attempting to train Supper to play fetch, but he just looks at me through the stick.
Okay.
And doesn't understand.
Staravash has been learning his standard forms as monks do, and has been moving towards a more tactical mindset, less dexterity and more strength.
Question for you.
Yes.
For projects.
Okay.
So when we killed one of those giants, I was able to get materials to make a Belt of Giant Strength.
Yes.
We've got a party member who is a giant. Are the parts that were needed expendable? Could I take hair or whatever kind of stuff to work on another belt of giant strength?
Yeah, if all he needs is a hair, I would happily give it to him. Like, just pluck a giant hair from my long white beard. It's like 3 times the length of his body and hand it to him.
Or is Harshnag going to get circumcised?
Oh God! Oh shit! I mean, that's a personal decision for Harshnag.
That's cold even for a frost giant.
Got dark
Now,
fast.
speaking of which, is there
just makes the
shrinkage
belt
as a
right there.
frost giant? Like perpetual?
Nope,
No, 'cause-
acclimatized.
Okay.
Why do you think I have to have such a long loincloth?
Oh god.
So that's that swishing noise I hear when you walk.
Okay.
So,
You had a belt of giant strength, right?
Nope.
No.
just a reminder, AJ.
Yeah.
Did you complete the suppressor?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Cool.
Does Ifer's feats of miraculous acrobatics / strength continue during the month?
Yes. Yep.
I would say after a week or 2 of that, I would get curious enough to ask what gives Ifer.
Careful.
What gives?
Ivor.
What gives, dude? You're like jumping over trees. You can lift houses.
I
How did
told you I got really strong.
How? I mean, you're like this big.
So you remember the night I was kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
I think the giants gave it to me because they wanted me to try and defeat them.
They
you,
wanted
like-
you to defeat them.
Yeah, I show up there and all of a sudden I'm like super strong.
They didn't give you like a belt or anything?
No. Look, I'm not wearing any belt.
Oh, there.
His trousers strap.
Oh god, I thought we were away from this.
No, I showed up there and then I was just strong. And then I left and I ran into Harshnag and rode around with him for a bit. I got a little bit stronger. I don't know, I got strong when I'm around Giant.
Harshnag, do you know why he's strong?
That I do. I just leave it at that because I'm very aware of like the egos that come with most small folk, and I'm trying to let Ifer have his moment.
Well, as long as it's nothing nefarious, I think.
Is it nefarious?
It's
You're having
nothing of the sort.
Okay, then we can just
Insight
leave
check?
it at that for now.
I don't trust.
That's good.
19.
He's not lying. Or at least he doesn't believe he's lying.
You know, so I did meet when I was trapped. I met this giant, or not giant. I did meet giants, lots of them. But this bronze dragon, Thelgalos, they were like, the giants used magic to restrain him, and they were like torturing him and trying to get information out of him. Because they're looking for these lost artifacts from Astoria, which is supposedly like this ancient giant empire, and they're the artifacts. I think that's why they took me. I think that stone that I absorbed the night that I was kidnapped, I think they were after it, and I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Harshnag is nodding knowingly, just as in confirmation. Especially Astoria ringing true with the history of giants.
So I think that stone gave me
That's where you got your strength.
strength.
Dope. What happened to the dragon?
Oh, he's still there.
Where's there?
Well, we came south, so it's north. It's in the sky.
We should go get him if we get a chance.
That was the second dragon that I talked to.
Who's the first?
Well, no, I'm just saying I talked to 2 dragons. So I'm not saying he's the second. He's one of 2 dragons that I've talked to in my lifetime.
We've talked to 2 too, but one of them is no longer with us.
Bottom check.
what a single tear.
What happened to that one?
Ask
He flew away.
Tin.
Was that the one that I burned?
Yeah.
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 That was fun.
Yeah.
But he is still with us.
you like mime like parts of him like in the in your sack.
His bile.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought you were talking about Dad.
No.
That's what I thought at first too.
Yeah, that bag's getting quite ripe, by the way. Real ripe.
What do you mean? It's in a bottle.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Well,
you're
just
fine then.
don't open that bottle around us then.
So you guys start entering into a area of high altitude. It's getting extremely cold. Harshnag doesn't seem to be bothered by this though.
Shocker.
He keeps trudging along and
Like how cold?
very cold. We're talking.
My axe starts glowing cold.
When does it glow?
0 degrees Fahrenheit or less.
No, so
No,
we'll
it's
freeze
not.
them.
It's not quite there. You're somewhere
Thank you.
Fahrenheit wise. You're somewhere around 10 degrees.
Okay, so Kyo's perfectly comfortable too.
Okay. Anybody not cold resistant, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Because, my spell book.
Yep.
I think I
I
have
remember that now.
Even though I stand out like a sore thumb, I put on my traveler's clothes that I bought from the marsh just to get additional heat.
Yeah.
12.
21.
17.
All right.
Just 26 work?
Yeah. That does all right.
You said con, right?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, it's 19.
Slip that in your hand and that works.
Nice. You all are extremely cold. You don't seem to be overcome by it. You're not exhausted by this cold.
Are you gonna roll for
Staravash?
Sheriff?
13.
Staravash is fine too.
I put my cloak around Supper.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are heading up this mountain with these switchback trails. Thank goodness for Harshnag being there, because his footsteps are breaking the 2 foot deep snow enough for the horses and the cart to get through without too much trouble.
And anytime there's even more snow than that, I take out my great axe and start cleaving giant swaths of path, knowing that there are people behind me. Mm-hmm. And even when the snow kicks up, I know the area so well that it's impossible for me to get lost.
Yeah.
Well, you're such a nice giant.
Yep. You guys get to the spanning natural bridge between.
Wouldn't it be better to walk on top of the snow?
If you can, little one.
You come to this natural spanning bridge between 2 mountainsides. It's this massive causeway about 40 feet wide. It moves to this opposite mountainside where there is this dome-shaped structure coming out from the edge of this mountain, and it's held up by 6 columns. And as you get closer, you see that these columns are bas relief cut.
Ooh.
To have each different type of giant represented here, with Hill Giant throwing a massive stone all the way to a Storm Giant fighting with a giant squid with a trident in his hand. These are very flattering reliefs and depictions of each one of these giant classes.
So the Hill Giant's got like a big square jaw with a cleft in it.
Yes.
His belly's a little smaller and his arms are a little bigger.
Actually, his belt is much wider. Like, it's like most of the column. As you get near this area and you enter underneath the dome, you see this long hallway in front of you. And it's getting dark. The snow has swept into this enclosed dungeon-like area. About 100 feet deep into this long hallway. The hallway is also 40 feet wide. On both sides, in little cutouts, are stanchions with nothing inside of the stanchion. They look like they could be lit at one point.
With the fuels all burned out.
It seems so.
I begin casting comprehend languages as a ritual.
Okay. You look down this long corridor, and it's say about 200 or 300 feet long. And at the very end, just below the ceiling, which is a 60-foot tall ceiling, is a flicker of a torch. You see footsteps in front of you in the snow. If anyone is proficient in nature, please give me a roll.
It would take us exactly 30 days to get to this place.
Yes.
I need 5 more to complete the other belt. So that's...
You'll get it on the way back.
Okay. Which belt? My belt of frost dragons. Made from the hairs of Harshnag.
Oh, balls.
Balls. No!
I said beard hair.
Yeah, you didn't specify which beard, okay? I'm just saying.
Harshnag is feeling the cold.
So you see this flicker of light at the end of the corridor, just below the 60-foot tall ceiling, and you see a couple of human like silhouettes. Who gave me nature checks?
No.
Anybody nature proficient?
Let's see if Stir.
I mean, I have a nice modifier to it, but it's not proficiency.
I had a new jack of all trades, but
What?
jack of all trades.
Yeah, as long as you've got a proficiency next to it.
I mean, it's not proficient. It's just
He gets half.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
So
I have survival. This will help me survive.
nature.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Snow's cold.
The snow. You put your face to the snow.
Someone's been here.
Yeah. I'll take a survival too
Alright,
if people
I got
have that.
survival.
Sorry.
17.
So I say I can use guidance if
I got an
someone-
11.
Well, I'm gonna use guidance, so you get to roll a d4 with that.
Who are you
Go
guiding?
Stairbash.
Yeah.
Heal.
You?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
12.
17.
Anybody else? No? Alright.
I'm not from the mountains.
You know these to be human sized, but you can't discern how many humans are in this pack.
Pack of humans.
This pack of humans. Who has low light vision or night vision or
Dark vision.
Dark vision. Basically everybody, but them two.
Sure.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dwarf and gnomes do.
I think
Okay.
I was good.
Yep. Those with dark vision, as you're entering into this hallway, you see outlets cut into the wall about 20 feet high. So, and it creates this like the stage up on the sides, kind of like, I don't know if ramparts is the right word, but you would think if there was a defensive position in this hallway, that's where defenders would stand.
Can I do a perception to see if I can see anybody standing up there?
Yeah, go for it.
25.
25. There is no one up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try and sneak up on these people?
I always like a little stealth romp.
Do we still have our wagon?
You can't bring it through the columns. Actually, you could. You could actually. So
Giant size.
yeah, it's giant-sized dungeon. So
We should probably
Do you
leave
want
it
to?
back with Sturbash.
Okay.
Stairbash
And
is
hope he
covered in
doesn't
detail.
burn the place down.
Yeah, he's like
He's a fighter.
Fucking
now.
workshop.
only the microwave.
This is why
Yeah.
he became.
So do you want to leave it like inside the dome area so it's out of the cold and stuff like that, the cold wind?
Yeah.
I actually suggest that we take a moment with our ropes to kind of create a harness to actually hang off the back of the frost giant and just have him walk in with us on his back. So from the front face, they can't see us.
You wouldn't be able to hold on.
How much cumulative light would that be?
A lot.
Well, I like
Wow.
you've got 2 gnomes. Elf's
Yeah.
pretty light.
Whoops.
I don't know about.
Fuck that
You won't
person.
be carrying me anymore. It'll be
Oh,
alright.
it's fine.
If you fly behind me, I could probably cover you.
So I summon
Like the
Hootie
idea,
from his pocket dimension,
Uh-huh.
and I tell him that he's in charge of the horses.
Okay.
Do I know Hootie?
If you don't
Nope.
think he can
He's my
carry
familiar.
us, we could be his prisoner. So we could
I got him at
basically
fourth level.
take our ropes and actually not have them tied on us, but hold them like we're tied.
That probably won't work. I have a very recognizable face in the giant community, especially because I wear armor where most don't.
Oh,
And I have a giant white dragon skull that I have as a helmet. So especially giants, pretty much always know me when I'm coming.
so we can't.
I don't like to brag, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Well,
No,
if we're-
he would never say it though. Like, so
Right.
if you wanted him to do it, he would probably do it, but like he would warn you that like people know me.
If
Like,
we're with
or
you, then
giants
there's no
know me
point
anyway.
stealthing. You can't hide a frost giant.
Yeah, I mean, you could hide like the smaller ones behind me, and we could mask the numbers that we have.
Yeah.
You might be able to mask the noise though too. That's, I mean, you're not necessarily moving up in the shadows, but these people don't look like they're facing you either. From what you're seeing off in the distance. But you guys move forward.
I mean, I could also use
I tell Supper to stay back.
Okay.
Sorry.
I could also use thaumaturgy to create some sort of noise or, like flare up some fire that's on the other side from them so that they're focused away from us.
I'm not sure I have the range for that. It's not that far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just know
30
that
feet.
like
Oh,
it
yeah.
is going to be hard to move me
Never
without
mind.
making
Yeah.
noise.
And
Let's just go in and
Okay.
let what happen happen.
all right,
We've got
Supper.
stealth disadvantage too.
Supper,
so.
pay attention to Hootie. Do what Hootie says. Boris, I know you've been around the longest, but Hootie sees better in the dark.
Hootie sees. Grab your pike, Stairvash. Let's go.
Okay.
I take my marsh cloak and put it over driftwood.
Okay. All right.
I am sneaking
I'm writing up Voltron.
at a 24.
At a 24, you're going ahead. Is that the idea?
I'm
Oh, you're just.
gonna be a little. Oh, I'm gonna kind of stick to the side.
Okay. Up in front of the group, is that the idea, or are you rolling with people?
I can be a little ahead, but I'm trying to be kind of away from the.
Okay.
I'm their pocket ace.
Okay. Yes. All right.
Nobody's going to help me sneak in there. I'm probably going to take up kind of like a rear guard position, so if there is any hope of stealthing.
Oh, it's too bad I don't have a large anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of chill with you because I've got disadvantage on stealth, so. I'm not gonna really bother when we have a chain.
Yeah, I'm going stealth at a 26.
Oh my god.
Okay. Nice.
I see people moving stealthily.
Yeah, you stealth too?
Attempt to. I do not move stealthily.
No.
6.
At 6? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So are we
Oh.
all stealthing? Is
I-
that the.
I just
I
rolled a
can-
20 to stealth, so I'm
Nice.
stealthing
I
too.
can try, but
Yeah, go for
I roll.
Got an 8 on stealth.
I roll. What? That's. So a 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay like 30 feet to the side.
Okay. So you had
Harshnag and,
20 something?
24.
Nat 20.
And then 20 something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So-
stomping with the giant.
So did anybody else roll stealth outside of that? Okay. You failed, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you trying?
If I'm riding Voltron, would it
Yeah,
just
Voltron can
because-
try. Yeah.
14.
14. Okay. Alrighty. So, with your whole party moving up, even though you have a few loud people, those who are stealthing are helping out the others, and you move silently like a shadow. It is like the coming storm. You get within 20 feet of this massive stairway. The stairway starts from the bottom and goes up 30 feet within 30 feet. So it's a fairly steep, direct stairway. Yeah. You
you guys see an interesting sight. You guys see 6 Uthgard barbarians pushing on this massive double door that makes up the other 30 feet of the known space. And they're trying to push it open. There's a shaman-looking lady holding a torch, and there's an old burly Uthgard shouting out in his barbarian language to push harder, put your backs into it, things like that.
Yeah.
And next to him,
whisper that to.
Okay.
Close.
Next to him sits a white dragon wormling. What do you want to do? They don't notice you. You are, numbers-wise, you are 50 feet away from the wall. So you are within 50 feet of every person here.
So there's more persons.
Let's see what unfolds.
Okay.
I get off Voltron.
You get up Voltron? Okay. Do you walk up to them? No? Okay.
Stairvash, go see what they're doing.
You do like signals to them, you're like, go, go, go.
Little hand motions.
Yeah.
Whisper that.
We don't really do that.
So, yeah, what do you want to do?
Everybody, a whisper to everybody. Should I go see what they're doing?
Sure.
I've got my thunder cannon out. And I'm aiming at the dragons.
Man.
Just ready.
Okay.
I answer just by pulling out Gert's great axe and letting it settle at my side, but ready to swing.
Okay.
I climb up on the bone's back and hide in his little back.
Into
Just
his
like
pack?
old days.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
like old days.
Brings a tear to your eye.
Except now you know I can't see.
Man, you really
right
like
here with
riding
you.
people.
With no objections, I walk up to them.
I'm going to take an action to cast haste
Okay.
on the barbarian and it's twinned on the barbarian and the giant.
You walk up. Is everybody else hiding? So it's just these two coming up?
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting in like the shadow of the
Yeah.
archway that opens up into the
Okay.
Great Hall.
And I'm hanging with the giant. I'm like, doesn't look that strong.
I'm not really hiding, but I'm also not
No, advancing.
like standing in the middle of the road type of thing.
Okay. Okay. And you're off to the side as well, Minute, right? Okay. So, so what they see is Bond moving up the stairs, and the older one turns and he says, "You there? What are you doing?"
I say, interesting for thieves and sneaky little folk to be asking me questions. What are you doing here?
Thieves! We're not thieves. We're a rescue party. We've lost 2 of our own here. We are of the Great Worm clan.
Who'd you lose?
2 of our clansmen.
They look like humans and stuff? Or?
Yes.
I don't ask that.
Oh, okay. Yes. They look. They're
Observation
human. They're human barbarians, with a dragon wormling.
How'd they get lost in there?
We don't know. We sent them out for a mission, and they haven't come back. They were supposed to be venturing in this area to gather information about maybe possible loot.
Well, how do you know they're here and not somewhere else?
We don't. We're trying to get in here to confirm.
And what does it look like they're trying to break into?
This massive 30-foot tall double doors made of completely of stone. The rungs that open the doors are 12 foot up the door, and they look like they're having a hell of a time opening it. It is not budging.
Does it look like it opens
Yes, inward.
inward?
Yep, so away from you. There's 6 fully grown humans who do not look like weak by any means, pushing on this door, and they can't get it to budge.
Would you like some help?
From you? Well, I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
I say, clear the way, clear the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get out of the way?
Yeah, they like they all look at you and they're like, okay. and they like stand on the sides and they're like, go ahead, little one. Show us what you have.
I walk up to the doors and I go, "Psst, Ifer, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, can you open this?
Yeah, get me to the edge, and I'll I sneakily try and like peek out and pull the door. Or
Well, it goes inward.
Pushing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I just like, do you turn around and just like stand at the door?
Yeah.
Or do you?
He like fawns it and just like boom, hit the door when he hits it.
Let me know when you're gonna open it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't even need to sneakily do this. I
Okay.
just poke him and like now I push.
When he pushes, I take my staff and the door.
Okay. So, Newton's laws, equal and opposite reactions. So, the door slams. It doesn't open, but you like shutter it, and you go moving forward, and you scrape along the ground. And they look at you and they say, "That was amazing. Can you do it again?"
Is there a need?
Well, do you see the door open?
Is the door open?
No.
Then yeah, I can do it again. Ifer. This time I take like a really strong stance. Like I lean against it, so Ifer's pushed against me, and
Okay.
This time I don't just try and push. I like punch.
All right. So, strength athletics for me, please.
Come on, be good. 16.
Okay. So you like when you start to lean back, he punches out and hits the door, and this time all of the energy moves through the door and they slam open. And you kind of tumble back because there's nothing to catch you. Give me a dexterity, please. Make sure you don't crush Ifer, dealing some sort of damage. Oh God.
check or save.
Save.
That's 10 then.
10. Yeah, you're fine. You land like just on your side, not flat on your back, and the barbarians they look around. They don't even say anything. They are just mouth agape, like, holy shit. Hey everybody, it's Alan, your DM, and I wanted to say thank you from the cast and crew for listening to Roll with Advantage. We really appreciate it. If you feel like you want to support the podcast or even want to get on the podcast in all sorts of different ways, go ahead and check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/Roll with Advantage. We've got all sorts of different support structures that have got fun little things for each of the levels. If you can't support monetarily, comments and subscriptions go a very long ways. So if you could comment in iTunes or on YouTube, that would help out the podcast so much. We also love to interact with our fans. If you use the hashtag Roll with Advantage on Twitter, or you can post in our subreddit, we will be happy to engage with you guys. It's a super fun way to get to know some of us, and you get to ask questions about your favorite characters, or about the world, what's going on in the background, stuff like that. We also want to say a big thank you for Incompetech.com and BattleBards for letting us use their music and sound effects. They do a fantastic job, and I highly suggest you guys go check them out. Just beautiful work from everybody there. For a full list of the pieces we use, go ahead and check out the description, and you'll find it there. So, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye!